Tomcats and their fans start celebrating here at Cardinal Stadium in Louisville as Ashland wins it here this afternoon over Lincoln County. Total domination. Ashland 35, Lincoln County 13. The Cats are the state champions for 1990. They're 14-1. Lincoln County goes home 13-2, the state runner-up. Reporters and such. David, I don't know where you are, but let's get going here.
All right, yeah, we will. Hey! Oh, my. Look at that big trophy.
Look at that big trophy. Isn't she pretty? Woo-wee! Oh, that's a pretty thing. Dick Marsh out getting the trophy. And Dennis Ledford, the principal. Oh, yeah. Turn on the lights, Bruce. We're coming home. The Tomcats win it here this afternoon, 35-13. It was all Ashland. Lincoln County's never in the ball game. Never. It might have been 12-7 or 14-7 at halftime, but you knew Ashland was going to blow it wide open again. And they did. Now there's the trophy held up by McCray man. And the kids go all together. The guys go over to put a hand on it and give it its loving touch.
I'll find out.
Ashland wins it here 35-13 over Lincoln County. Dick Marsh goes over to the fans and stands on the bench. Great job, Dick Marsh.
Sure is.
He's going to try and say a few words. David, hustle over here and get this.
Right here, who deserves everything they can get, but it's for the city of Ashland. We love you. Thank you.
It's not only for the city of Ashland, it's for all of Eastern Kentucky.
Exactly.
We play good football in Eastern Kentucky, and we've proven it here today with a 35-13 win over Lincoln County.
Well, Ashland dominated throughout. It just shows that up in our area, Dickie, that they play great football. And when you come up into Eastern Kentucky to play, you better button those chin straps.
Well, the Tomcats win it. We'll come back here to Cardinal Stadium in Louisville and talk with the players and coaches and everybody involved with the Tomcats football team as Ashland wins it 35-13. We'll be back in a little while here on WCMI. Sit here handily 35-13 over Lincoln County. The celebration starts here in Louisville and will end up tonight at Putnam Stadium in Ashland. The home of the Tomcats back on August the 17th when this season started. The Tomcats took the field against a good Raceland football team and rolled over the Rams 41-8. The next week the Tomcats held on for a 21-13 win over Boyd County. The following week, we're still in August, the Tomcats suffered their only defeat of the year, an 18-15 loss to Greenup County. The Tomcats since then, and now including this one, have ripped off 12 straight, including the 1990 Class AAA State Championship. There's nobody better than the Ashland Tomcats in Class AAA in the state of Kentucky. It ends on December the 1st, 1990 here at Cardinal Stadium. It started back, probably in July. It probably started back even further than that. You got to go back to probably January and maybe the end of the season last year when the Tomcats suffered their loss against Belfry in the opening round of the playoffs. And, of course, from there, got to work and set themselves and put themselves to work to win a state championship, and they win it here today, commencing here, the big climax here at Cardinal Field in Louisville, Cardinal Stadium. Ashland wins it 35-13, total domination for the Tomcats here today. Lincoln County was never in the football game from the outset. Ashland jumped out to an early 7-0 lead, added on to make it 14-0 at the end of the second quarter. Lincoln County came back with a score with 4 seconds to go in the half to make it 14-7, but you had the feeling that Ashland would take the football and ram it down the throat of Lincoln County, and they proceeded to do so. They took the opening kickoff, 5 minutes, a second. They marched 80 yards in 8 plays. Hutt got his second touchdown. It was 21-7, and the route was on as Ashland wins it here today, 35-13 over the Lincoln County Patriots. A good season for Coach Larry Phillips, but not good enough. As Ashland, the better of the teams here today, and I'm not sure that Lincoln County was the second best team in the state of Kentucky in Class AAA. I don't think they are. but they've got the trophy to prove it. And you can't fight with that. But I'm not sure they're the second best team in the state of Kentucky. The Tomcats have since moved from the field. The Tomcat fans are headed for the exits. They'll be heading home, and we'll be announcing here on WCMI throughout the afternoon during the course of the Kentucky Notre Dame basketball game about the approximate arrival time of Ashland and when we can get back there and start celebrating at Putnam Stadium. And I know the police department and fire department will be at the Tomcat, will be at the Ashland city limits to pick them up and parade them around and so forth and so on. And it'll just be a great, great day. December 1st, 1990 will be one of the greatest days in Tomcat athletic history, if you will. David Payne hopefully will be able to get into the locker room sometime in the very near future. I think they keep the press out for a few minutes anyway before
cooling off period.
Cooling off period, as they like to say. And,
well, obviously it's going to be a long interview. Why don't we go ahead and throw some throw some stats in here? I got to go find some folks downstairs myself.
Okay.
Let's see what's going on here. Let's do Lincoln first, just to give you some idea. We'll just do them at the same time. Early on when it was 28-13, you and Herb said it did not indicate the final. The final score was not indicative of the domination. Well, the stats will give you that domination. Let's take a look at the ledger. First of all, for the Ashland Tomcats, they ran 60 plays today to Lincoln County's 28. They ran 32 more offensive plays. 56 on the ground, 365 yards. It's a little above the average, right, Dickie? Yeah, it's a little above. 2 of 4 through the air, 55 yards, a touchdown. That was to Hutt for 24 yards. And also, no touchdowns, I beg your pardon, and 1 interception. Individually, Thomas, not one of his better games, but he did it on defense. 17 carries, 65 yards. Charlie Johnson, 19 carries, 120 yards. Chris Hutt, the man, if there was an MVP, he would get it, I think, for the game. He had 14 carries, 172 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And that was the total offense, 60 plays, 420 yards. For Lincoln County, 28 plays, 21 rushes for 65 yards, 4 of 7 through the air, 63 yards, no TDs, and 1 interception as well. Individually, their 1,600-yard rusher, Van Hook, 7 carries, 33 yards. Dial 911 again. Newcomb had 5 carries for 31. Irvin had 8 on 3. Carpenter 8 on 2. Wilkinson, who had a sack in the first half, and he was put out of the game at halftime, 3 carries for -13. Phillips once for -2. Let's look down the rest of it here. Lincoln County had 5 first downs, 1 in the second half. Ashland had 18 first downs. They had 15 on the ground, 1 through the air. And that was a big one at the time, Dickie, when they got that completion to Crawford. And also 2 by penalty. Both were roughing the kicker penalties. Juan Thomas punted but once today. He attempted 3. He was roughed twice. The one he got off was 48 yards. Lincoln County punted 5 times. They have a pretty good punter in Irving. Punted 5 times for an average of about 41 yards a kick. His longest was 50. Penalties kind of got kind of sloppy there late in the game. Ashland 8 penalties for 50 yards. And Lincoln County 9 penalties for 62 yards on the afternoon. Passing-wise, Wilkinson was 2 of 4, make it 2 of 5 for 63 yards. The other kids that came in, Phillips 0 for 1, and Van Hook was 0 for 1 and an interception. Of course, their second touchdown came on a 70-yard fumble return with 5:32 left in the game, which at that time made it 28-13. And Ashland, quite frankly, was not trying to embarrass anybody, Dickie. They were just running the clock out. Just happened to be on the 1-yard line when Charlie went in for the final touchdown. So again, recapping, Ashland 60 plays, 420. Chris had 172 yards, 3 touchdowns, 18 first downs. Lincoln County only had 28 offensive plays today, 128 yards, 65 on the ground, 63 through the air, and perhaps another, and a big statistic, 5 first downs, and only 1 in the second half. And defense did its job as well. 35-7. I'm sorry, 35-13 is the final. Yeah. And so the numbers really tell it like it is. 400, got it. Over 400 yards of offense today.
Tomcats are winning handily here today to the 1990. Yes, David.
How you doing?
We're great. I don't know where you are, but
I'm in locker room.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
What do you want?
Whoever you want to talk to. All yours.
Oh, I thought there was somebody. All right. Who you want?
Oh, media wants you, Bubby?
Who you want?
All right, well, Chris is going outside. We'll go over and talk to
Those wires that are taped up there.
We'll go over and talk to a couple guys over here. Did you get a shirt? Did you get one of my shirts? Come here, baby. We're on the air. Jimmy Benteen, state champions, 1990. Sounds pretty good.
That's great. I love it. I can't put in the words right now. It's sort of like last week, but except for anything else to look forward to. Now we can just celebrate. Last week we had to come back and we had to prepare, but this week now all we have to do is party. I mean, it's yeah.
You had a big fumble recovery there.
Yeah, I should have had 2. One nailed that quarterback in the backfield, and I should have had that one too. But yeah, we came in at halftime, and I told everybody that I didn't think I should recover any fumbles because after I recover a fumble, we never take it in for a score. So even though it is close down into their territory, we never did. I think we take them one in this year off the fumble recovery. But
good feeling, isn't it?
yeah, it's great. It's great.
Let's move over to you can't stop him. The big boy. I was worried about you a few times. Congratulations, Juan.
Thank you.
Huh? Who? Why? Yeah. You didn't act on those, did you?
The last one, you got me, but I acted on it.
Got any questions for him, Dickie?
Come on, Dickie, throw me some questions.
Were they keying on you today? I thought they might have been keying on you a little bit today.
Yes, they keyed on me big time.
Well, what did they end up with, Dickie?
Not very much.
I don't know. I don't have it. I lost it
right now.
somewhere.
That's all right, though. We won. It was matters. They keyed on me. Yo, they keyed on me. We said Huck and Chuck. Hey, Huck and Chuck, baby.
Huck and Chuck.
That's all we needed. That's all we needed.
They're on the women reporters down here. Bring them in. Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll talk again. Stu, stand up here, Bubby. Can't get all the way down there. Stuart Hackworth played a heck of a game all year. How's it feel?
Oh, this is great. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to explain, but everything that we've worked for, all the times, all the tears that we went through in camp and everything, I mean, this is what it's all about. It's amazing.
Words don't describe it. Lincoln County just couldn't stop you guys.
We've been too strong for everybody all year, and I was kind of surprised they were a little bit weaker than I thought. But they were a good team. They made it to the state finals. You know, you got to give them some credit.
Well, it's over, buddy, but we're going to enjoy this one for a while, and especially throughout tonight.
Well, it's over, but yeah, we'll enjoy it tonight. Don't worry.
Big celebration at home, big boy. That kind of got him fired up, didn't it? Oh, McCree man. I'm going to have to talk to some more of these. Huh? Oh, Rhett, come here, honey. Where were you, hiding from me? Chucky, come over here. Come here. Get away from that stuff. I'm stepping all over people's stuff. Ray Robinson, congratulations. How you feel?
I feel great. I'm just glad I played football this year. I mean, we've been through a lot together all our lives, and I'm glad I came back out and decided to play.
You guys, we've watched you. Some of us have watched you since Junior Football League days, and who'd have thunk it?
I don't know. We talked about it when we were younger, but I don't know. It's true now. It feels great.
Okay. Chuck Johnson, the big boy. No cramps today.
No cramps.
No cramps. You must have had a good week. Lots of liquids this week, and just what the doctor ordered. And a state championship was even more what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, I mean, we went out and we worked hard for it, and we deserved to win.
You had a nice game.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, you got those 5 line up front. I mean, those 5 guys, Stewart and Jay and Jay Suman and Tex and Jimmy. It's not hard to run up the middle. I mean, it's real easy. I mean, they're big. Hard to bring Chuck down, too.
Hard to bring the big boys down. Yes.
I want to say I love you, Holly Folsom.
Okay. Oh, is she home listening? Oh, is that from you or from Rhett?
That's from Rhett.
Oh, from Rhett. Dave Brown, congratulations.
Thank you. Hey, Rhett. I just want to say one thing. I've always wanted to say this, but I'm going to Disneyland.
Going to Disneyland. Going to Disneyland. State championship game over with now, and they were a good ball club, but you guys are ready.
Yeah, they were a good ball club, but we were just prepared, and we were ready to play, and we just came out and got the job done. There's nothing more you could ask for.
It was almost perfect. let them have that score right there at the before the first half ended, and put a little scare into us, but we came back out and got things done.
Yeah, I just kind of misjudged. I mean, because I sat there, I thought I had it judged right, but it started sitting over my head, and I just, nothing I could do about that. Just misplayed it.
All right, thanks, Dave. Congratulations. We'll talk to you guys in a little while. Get out of this locker room. I am dying. Dickie? And he's gone, too.
Oh, no, I'm here. I'm still here.
All right. We'll get some of the rest of these guys when we get outside.
Okay.
And because you probably want to wrap it up, and I'll try to find Coach Marsh, and we'll do all that kind of stuff.
Okay, well, we'll take a break. Come right back on WCMI.
Don Hall Chevrolet Oldsmobile at 1800 Greenup Avenue in Ashland is giving the competition something to growl about. Just listen to this. 1990 factory auction Calais, Prisms, or Corsicas. Your choice, only $79.99 at Don Hall Chevrolet Oldsmobile. These are low-mileage cars with the remainder of the new car warranty transferable at no charge. Check out the deals at Don Hall Chevrolet Olds. Get a 1990 Olds Calais, just $79.99. Or a 1990 Geo Prism, just $79.99. Or get a 1990 Chevrolet Corsica, just $79.99. The competition is growling about our specials. Don Hall Chevrolet Oldsmobile, 1800 Greenup Avenue in Ashland.
Hi, Louise. We need to talk.
Stadium in Louisville, the Ashland Tomcats, the newly crowned 1990 state champions in Class AAA in the state of Kentucky, as Ashland hammers Lincoln County here this afternoon, 35-13. Out on the field, Warren Central and Louisville Trinity getting ready to do battle for the Class 4A championship. Russellville defeated Bellevue last night, or yesterday afternoon, 21-7 for the Class A crown. In AA, Fort Knox defeated Corbin 21-7, and here it is 35-13. Ashland an easy winner over
Louisville 52.
Fort Knox over Corbin 21-7, and here, of course, 35-13. Ashland defeats Lincoln County. Our post-game broadcast is going to go for a while as we get back down there with the players and the coaches and talk with them before we get out of here and head home for the celebration at Putnam Stadium in Ashland sometime around 8 o'clock tonight or thereabouts, I guess. Don't really know what time they're going to get out of here. It'll probably be another half hour or longer before they get out of here. Even my wife is happy.
I'm going to go to the dressing room. I'll get Dave because I'll help carry.
Okay, no problem. Let's see. I don't know where David has gone. I saw him back down the sideline here, but since then he's disappeared into the crowd down there. The Tomcats dressed in the Louisville dressing room, and many of the Tomcat fans have stayed around to celebrate a little bit here. And some of course, have hit the road back home to get back before the team does, so they can do some celebrating of their own at Putnam Stadium. Well, while we try and find David and try and get some more coaches and stuff on the air, we can take a break, I guess. Let's take a break here on WCMI. We'll be right back. Louisville, Ashland wins at 35-13 over Lincoln County for the Class AAA crown. David Payne's wandering around there somewhere. Go ahead. Well, he was wandering around there. I just talked to him a second ago. And I couldn't find him in that throng of people down there if I had to. Oh, there he is. He's talking to the good mayor, my dad. Dad's down there helping celebrate. Good to have him here. And several city officials here today, and they're planning on picking the team up, I would think, at the city limits and parading them down around through town on the fire truck and stuff. What?
Let's talk to him right now.
Well, why not?
Daddy. Dick Martin, the mayor of the city of Ashland. It's a great feeling, Dick, and so many citizens were here today.
Oh, they indeed were. We had a terrific turnout from Ashland. Dirk, I'm so pleased with all of the support of the whole greater Ashland area. They're down here supporting. This was a great football game, a championship just not for Blazer, but for the entire city and for everybody. We got an upbeat thing going in Ashland. This continues it. this keeps up, I'm going to get back in the broadcast booth.
If this keeps up, you may have to. Your son, I thought, was going to dive through the window.
I thought he would too, but it was great. And everybody is so proud. I told Vic that I congratulated Vic on behalf of Ashland. He's done a great deal, a great job, and a tremendous effort for Ashland.
We'll see you at Putnam Stadium tonight?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll all be there at Putnam Stadium this evening. There's my Bubby. There's my Bubby right here. I don't find my coach, so we changed buses.
Oh, they did?
Oh, we got a big new Gold Star. I see. Yeah, I know what we were doing now. I thought we were all leaving. They're all packing up.
Oh, there's a new bus now, huh?
Well, yeah.
What happened to the old one?
Guys? They sent her on home. Steve Sayers, congratulations. How's it feel?
It feels great. That's what we've been working for all year long. I'm happy for the boys, and I hope the young kids learn something from it, and they come out hungry next year and during this winter and hit the weights hard.
Something special. 14-1, state championship. I don't know. I don't know. There probably isn't any greater feeling at this stage.
Oh, no. There's no greater feeling than this. When I played, that's what I dreamed about, and I'm just glad that Coach Marshall has given me an opportunity to coach, and it's great.
Great. Bill Blake, come on over here. I'm going to break up if I get over here in the corner too far. Bill Blake, a volunteer assistant, just does an outstanding job, and one of the favorites, as you can tell by the crowd. Bill Blake, congratulations.
Thanks, Dave. It's been a long time coming. I've probably been with Coach Marsh for, I guess, ever since he's coached in Ashland, and it's just something he's worked for, and I'm just glad he's finally got it.
It was exciting. There was no question about it. We showed our dominance early, kind of gave them one before halftime, and then had to, we just came back and piled it on them.
Right. They were probably pretty much keying on Juan, and then Chris just took over, and there's just nothing else you can say about it. It was just the Chris Hutt show.
Dickie, what did he end up? How many yards? Forget.
Nearly 200. Official stats aren't out yet.
Official stats aren't out. So Chris Hutt was close to 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. Just super effort by the young man. And now I should have told the mayor we're going to have to AstroTurf Putnam Stadium. Chris Hutt, one of our lone, not lone, but one of our returnees next year. We got to get him some turf to run on. He likes this stuff.
Yeah, he said that he's from Clarksville, Indiana, and he said that was one of his dreams to always play on AstroTurf. And evidently we need to get some AstroTurf in Putnam Stadium.
Bring on the AstroTurf.
That's right.
Well, that's my job, yeah. Mine, and we need AstroTurf. Are we going to go on and we better get on into and talk to Coach Marsh. Is that part of the schedule we're on right now, Dickie?
Yes, if you want to, or we can take a break and you can come back and talk to him. You want?
Yeah. Well, you're definitely part of the schedule, buddy. I can't think of anybody more important. I've just given you a chance to hug everybody.
I want to apologize for not making it last night. We were just...
Herb finally called it right. You had your mind focused one way, and if you got over there, we might have got you focused another way, and we didn't. That's fine. Don't worry about not showing up last night.
No.
I said pinnacle before, but this is it, buddy, and you deserve all the credit. Your players played hard for you. Your coaches coach hard for you. The guy from Louisville told me there were 6,000 people here from Ashland, and that's amazing.
That's fantastic. That is fantastic. We've just had a great following all year, and when you turn around and look up there and you saw all that maroon and white, it just really put cold chills down your spine. But I just can't say enough about these kids. They're just a fantastic bunch of young men. Opportunistic. You know, we had a couple of breaks early there that we were able to capitalize on, and then they got a couple of breaks late, but we didn't give up. And heck, you got to give Lincoln County credit. They're a fantastic football team. They didn't give up either, and of course it really hurt them when they lost their quarterback. I really am not sure what happened to him, but you're in a state championship game and you lose your starting quarterback. That's got to take a lot of wind out of your sails. But we're the state champs, and it sounds good to say that. And I just want to thank everybody in Ashland.
Bill, get me that right there. I can't bend over and get it. I'm too. Thank you. Game of give and take. They took some things. We gave them some things maybe they hadn't seen before. I guess I know there was a lot of things going on inside. We've thrown some passes to Scott Crawford before. He caught this one, and big play there, as I remember.
Oh, it was a heck of a big play because it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was a 3rd and long, and of course when he caught it, there was nobody out there, and he just turned it up and did a good job running with it. That was a pass play that we felt like we could complete on him. Of course, when you fake it to Juan and then fake it to Chris, that holds everybody. Everybody freezes right there in their shoes, and and then you can get your tight end, and get him out there in the flat a little bit to throw the ball to him. So it was a big play at the time, and I had to give them credit. They took one out of the offense pretty much. I mean, we struggled like crazy to try to get him in it, but what they were doing was giving us Charlie and Chris on the counters, and I told Juan at the end of the first quarter, I said, Bud, they're trying to take you out of the offense. I said, but it's there for what Charlie and Chris. He said, run them. So that's the team atmosphere. That's the team spirit, and that's what this team has been founded on all year long.
Chris, I don't know, how to even describe his game tonight. This afternoon, he had close to 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, and he seems adapted pretty well to this AstroTurf.
He runs well on it. We talk about him running well on dry ground, but you put him out there on AstroTurf, and he ran extremely well. But, Chris got those quick feet, and he's able to change directions and do those things, and it really, the surface today really aided him.
Not a kid. Vic, you prepared this team as well as anybody and ever has. You kept them, as we talked about. We used the old word focused. You kept them focused down here. You came over here, had a good workout last night. I guess you went back and watched film, and the guys were under the seniors' leadership, which we've talked about before, knew to go in and take care of themselves and not get out and not stay up, play cards or whatever you do when you travel, and it showed today. I thought your kids were fresh for coming down and spending overnight, and just really took it to them. I mean, you heard some of them.
Well, they were tense last night. I mean, you could feel it. They were tense and tight and nervous and so on. And I was walking up and down the hall myself this morning at 12:30. I couldn't sleep either. By the way, that's when I remembered that I forgot to come to the radio. It was 12:30. But just kind of listening to the doors, and there were several of them that were in there still. The lights were out, and they were talking real quietly, and just to stand and listen, they were talking about Lincoln County, and I thought 2 or 3 times about opening the door and saying, now come on, fellas, we got to get some sleep. I thought, no, if we want them focused, if they're too keyed up at this point to sleep, at least they're talking about the right subject. So they got up pretty bright-eyed this morning and had a good breakfast, and it's just been a great day all the way around for us.
Yeah, best one I can remember.
Well, for a long time anyway, but hopefully we'll have some more in the future. But I just can't talk about these kids enough and how special they are to me.
Yeah, there goes one. It's a little more special than some of the others, I guess. Scott Marsh just walked by, slapped Dad on the back, and this, as the mayor just told us, this does so much, not just for the high school, but again, having the following we had down here, and I can't wait to get back to Putnam Stadium. I know so many people had to work or couldn't get down here for one reason or another, and I'm sure they're going to be to Putnam Stadium this evening when we return. And this wins for all those guys that started these guys out in the Little League, in the Junior Football League, who were down here on the sidelines, and all the way up to when you get them, and everybody that's had a hand in it, I guess.
Everybody has, from Little League coaches to the Boosters Club to the administration. I just can't talk about what Mrs. Ledford and Mr. Sloan and Mr. Umberger has done for us here in the last couple of weeks since we made the playoffs. I mean, they've really been over backwards to accommodate us, and our film crew. Just to run a quality program, Dirk, and everybody knows you've got to have good people from top to bottom. And to be truthful, we've got so many good people. I don't know where the top starts and the bottom ends, because I just have at this time period it's kind of on an even keel, because everybody's important.
We're jumping back and forth here. The game is on my mind, and I know this is a very personal moment for you. I mean, I know you're excited and feel very good about your ball club, so I'm jumping around. The game itself was important, because that's what we did, and that's what we prepared for all week to get ready for them. It doesn't necessarily seem incidental now, but we've already got the state championship, and it just seems like it's time to move on to something else, and I don't know what that is, but I'm sure we're going to find out here in the next 3 or 4 hours anyway.
Well, I guess so, but after the game was over with, Coach Dyer says, "Who we prepare for now?" And it's beginning of the week, and this week, Monday, I was talking to the kids on the practice field at home, and I said, "Fellas, this is the last game. This is it. This is the last game of the year." And then it dawned on me, that's the weirdest feeling I ever had. It was kind of like somebody whispered a secret to you you weren't supposed to know or something. And it dawned on me, that's the first time in 19 years I ever used those words. I've never said this is the last game of the year, because it's never been the last game of the year for us. We've never made it to the state championship, granted, but to use those words as a coach, it really felt weird. And so then I said it again. I said, this is the last game of the year. And it felt even better to say that, you know, and the kids kind of got excited about it a little bit. But it's, I guess after 19 years, you just kind of get to a point where, you know, when you win, there's always somebody else to prepare for. When you win, there's somebody else to prepare for. Now we won, there's nobody else to prepare for right now. So we're just going to kind of sit back and relax and take it easy for a while.
Well, you can relax for 3 or 4 hours here anyway, I guess, but, or on your